All right, kings and queens, I'm going to keep this one short. Today, I'm going to get into an anabolic, no prep diet. So, this is a way to keep yourself anabolic, which I would believe is around 30 to 50 grams of protein. Obviously, if you supersede that and you go to 80 to 100 or 120 per meal, that's obviously still going to stay anabolic. There will be somewhat of an additional effect to that. But one thing ultimately that I've been doing is similar to that of like the Wolverine Hugh Jackman way of preparation, which means that I train fasted, but still eat 6 meals a day whilst also staying in the 16 to 8 fasting range with every meal being anabolic and every meal. So it's science and bro science. It's literally. So let's just get straight into it. First minute in. All right. So Quest Bar. I like this one. This one's fantastic. 18 grams of protein, 3 net carbs, okay, and 6 grams of total fat. Then I will also compound it with one of these Core Power Elites. It tastes like milk and cookies, no prep, under $10. This has 4 grams of fat, 3.5 grams of fat. So let's just say 10 grams of fat, and it is 42 grams of protein, so easy math, 60 grams of protein altogether. And ultimately, this has how many net carbs? 3 net carbs. So let's say 10 carbs. 10 carbs, 10 grams of fat, 60 grams of protein. Easily prepped meal. Tastes just like milk and cookies. And some people are like, you can't eat like this. Like, this is not healthy. Like, I already have all my supplementation. I have everything for my hormonal, my chemical aspects. I have all of my micronutrients. I get all of this different type of stuff. Okay, so yes, there are levels. And I eat very clean. Like, I just did a 30-day carnivore, just straight grass-fed, pasture-raised, and I still do that. So what I'm ultimately doing is a mix of both. It's a blended mix of both where I'm going to pretty much be carnivore like 3 to 5 days out of the week, and then on the other days still be anabolic, but eating or kind of blending it through even each day. So keeping my carbs relatively all right, but it's 6 meals a day or 7 meals a day in between that 8-hour eating window. So yeah, you're eating once every hour. But if you're having like small meals like this, your metabolism is going to continuously speed up. As you get hungrier, that is actually a good sign. Okay, that's the bro science sign where you are increasing your metabolism. Okay, it's not always leptin and ghrelin and all this other type of stuff. That is an actual cycle in your body that is literally saying, okay, you are getting hungrier, therefore you are increasing your body fat. If you're getting hungrier, that means that you're burning body fat. Okay, so you're increasing burning body fat. That's what I'm saying. So, which means you're utilizing it. And as by doing this cultivation, I would also say stay around like 200 grams of protein, and you can get that from different sources. So you can get that from protein shakes. You can get that, which I also say have at least 75 grams. If you're doing 200 grams, 75 grams of that be from liquids. Other than it's easy. It's easy to get, a protein bar in. It's easy to get steak and eggs in, or steak and egg whites in if depending on how lean you want. I also would say stay under 100 grams of fat, stay above 40 grams of fat. So you guys are going to have to find out where you guys are at, but ultimately this is the cultivation that if you stay under 100 grams of fat, you will be burning body fat. But if you go to like 40 to 50 grams, you will burn more body fat because your body will use those fatty acids in your fatty acids. But if you eat too much dietary fat, you're going to signal to your body, hey, I have so much external fat coming outside. I have so much dietary fat coming from outside that I don't need to burn body fat. So this is the intercorrelation with the science and the bro science, and it's interconnected with speeding your metabolism up. So there's multiple things. So yeah, if you're fasting, you are somewhat decreasing your metabolism, but you are becoming more efficient at burning body fat. Okay. And you are also getting into the point where you are preserving muscle. If you start to dip into keto, there is the preservation of muscle and also protein sparing modified fasts and fasting mimicry diets, such as the carnivore diet or no carb or low insulin based diets, no insulin secretion diets, or very low insulin secretion diets, those tend to make you more insulin sensitive, which means that you tend to have more of an anabolic effect when you eat carbs, which also is signaling to the body that I can increase my metabolism at these specific times. Like one big thing I do is so if I eat 6 meals a day, or if I eat 7 meals a day, or if I eat 5 meals a day, I would say 5 is probably like the minimum that you would do. So 5 meals a day, and 2 of those would be this, and you could eat so much more like protein, and you could, even if you have chicken, just chicken, for those other 3 meals, you are still signaling to your body, hey, I want an increase in metabolism. Hey, it has to be at least 30 to 45 grams, 30 to 50 grams, I always say is like the safe zone, which I always gravitate towards 40, okay, just to be safe. So say 40 grams of protein. If you are cultivating with 40 grams of protein and you are eating 40 grams of protein or drinking 40 grams of protein, you're signaling to the body, all right, I'm anabolic at least for another 2.5 hours or 2 to 3 hours. And then at that next meal, I would go anabolic the next 2 to 3 hours. And then you would enter into, obviously when you sleep, that would be that 8 hours. Say you would fast, say you'd fast 4 hours before you go to bed, 4 hours when you wake up, okay, from let's say 8 to noon, or let's say from 6 to 10. Okay, that's 6 to 10. Then you'd have, in the morning, you'd have steak and eggs. Steak, eggs, mostly egg whites with a couple of egg yolks, a very lean steak. That's an easy way to do it. Like I said, stay yourself at like 40 to 100 grams of fat. I would say the leaner that you are, the less fat you should have, unless you are trying to maintain where you're at. If you're trying to get leaner, then have less fat. If you're trying to stay where you're at, have a little bit more fat. So you guys have to find this. You guys have to find what is comfortable with you and what you're comfortable with. And one thing that I would say is the best is that you have multiple metabolism spikes each meal that you have. So if you're eating 5 meals, you have 5 metabolism spikes. If you include weight training, you have a metabolism spike for at least 8 hours. At least is what they've studied, at least 8 hours, okay? And if you do HIIT cardio and cardio, those are also spikes in metabolism. Say you do a cardio session in the AM and a cardio session in the PM, even if they're just 20 minutes, just for a metabolism spike. Not to burn calories, but not to be like, oh, I burned 1,000 calories, I burned 100 calories, I burned 200 calories. Fuck the calories. I just went in there to spike my metabolism, and I did it consistently. I did it consistently to spike my metabolism, okay? And then at that point, you'd have your BCAAs, or you'd have your essential amino acids, or both, and a protein bar or a protein shake from those times. That will literally keep you anabolic. Those are signaling aspects. If you compound carnitine and creatine, or you have caffeine, those are intercorrelations to spiking your metabolism. So this is the best way to do it. We have 2 minutes left. You wake up fasted, you fast for 4 hours, you've been asleep for 8 hours, you waited 4 hours before that. So you have coffee, which will keep you fasted, okay? You have water, 33 ounces of water. You have your coffee, black coffee, okay? Black cold brew coffee, okay? That's what I drink. Then I will weight train with that, okay? I'll weight train on top of that. So that's a metabolism spike. That's a metabolism spike. I'm fasted. I'll do my AM cardio fasted, HIIT and AM cardio fasted. That's another 2 metabolism spikes, or 1 if you just want to simultaneously say that. So 1. So that's 4 metabolism spikes that we've had, okay? Then it hits 10 a.m. I woke up at 6 a.m. Let's just say I woke up at 6 a.m. Now it's 10 a.m. I have my morning breakfast. That's another metabolism spike. That's 5, okay? Then I eat 2 hours later. That's another metabolism. Then I eat 2 hours later. That's another metabolism spike. Eat 2 hours later. That's a metabolism spike. If you do breath work and you do it the proper way, that's a metabolism spike. If you do calisthenics and you do that prep, and you prepare yourself, that's a metabolism spike. If you complement that with creatine and carnitine in your supplementation, that's a metabolism spike. So you can stimulate your metabolism throughout the entire day, which is ultimately the 24-hour metabolism, which is not just calories in, calories out, which is what most people would say, but you want to stimulate your satiation through proteins each time that you're eating, but also in the catabolic aspect and the anabolic aspect. This is anabolic lifestyle. So then you can intercorrelate this. Peace.